me deny you!
So, what do you do? Are you an artist?
I don't know about all that. I see you too. I have a surprise for you.
Help me!
Please don't scream. You're so beautiful.
It's amazing. I love them.
Sometimes I think that they have more personality than most people.
So what does your girlfriend think of your work?
I don't have a girlfriend.
You and Anna are a perfect fit.
They will never understand. As long as you keep a secret. But if you can't, you'll be alone. Alone. Why are you scared?
What?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Gruesome Twosome show. I'm Hellsing.
I'm Boner Lee.
And we are going to be talking about what today?
The Maniac remake. One of my favorite, well, the original is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So I kind of had my doubts about this, especially when I heard Elijah Wood was going to be starring in it. But give a little background, I guess, about the movie, the director of the movie, and I hope I'm going to say this right. Frank Calhoun. Maybe.
Oh, shit.
He also directed P2, which Alexander Aja wrote. Alexander Aja also wrote this movie. Of course, you know him from High Tension, Hills Have Eyes remake, Piranha. And William Lustig, who did the original, also produced this movie as well. So when I heard about that, I kind of was like, maybe it's going to be alright, but...
Oh, I'm not going to bullshit. The first time I seen the trailer for it, I thought it was going to be some artsy-fartsy bullshit.
And it is kind of artsy, it is,
yeah,
but like it's well done, I don't know.
Well, I mean, compared to when you first see the trailer for it, it looks like a fucking art movie.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I mean, I was kind of like, ugh. But I went in with an open mind with it and really liked it, so.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It's graphic and it's shot a certain way that kind of puts you in the movie.
Yeah, it's like you're seeing through the eyes of Elijah Wood. Like, it's weird. But
it fucks with your brain.
Yeah,
man.
and like really the only time that you actually see him is if he's like standing in front of a mirror or
looking at his shoes.
Yeah, which is really cool, and it's really bloody and violent, and I mean just like the original. I mean,
yeah. The only thing missing though from this is the Tom Savini head decapitation by shotgun, which I was really hoping they would do, but they didn't.
And you wish they would have brought Tom Savini back.
Yeah, that would have been cool too, but
because we all know he's so nice.
I don't fucking asshole. But I'm sorry, that's just me talking.
But there was some cool things like nods to the original, like he's attacking this woman in like a kind of like an outside parking garage. And you see him holding her head, holding the knife, like the poster for the original, like in the mirror of the car or whatever.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's real cool.
And really, you'd think like only people like us would really notice it because it's like an iconic movie poster when you see it. The scalp, the knife, and his legs, and so yeah, if you're a hardcore fan of the movie, you recognize it instantly.
it's I mean really well done. I mean, and a lot different too than I mean it's different than the original, but there's a lot of similarities. But
And
just the way it's shot's really cool.
It did. It fucked with my head. It kind of put me like I was doing it. Like
You're in the mind of the killer.
It was just, and you see how he does certain things, and it's just it fucked
the scalping of the women.
Oh, the first scalping.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Awesome.
I loved it. I was just like, because it caught me off guard because I was, it's 5 minutes into the movie, so I mean it's kind of like, after seeing that trailer, then actually watching the movie and seeing that first 5 minutes, that was like, that's when it hooked me right there.
You're like, this is gonna be good.
So
overall, I think we both really enjoyed it. I mean, probably one of the best. Well, yeah, I like the Evil Dead remake too, but I was gonna say it's one of the best remakes I've seen in a while. But I know you didn't like that. But
the thing too is this is a more brutal Frank Zito compared to the original. I mean, he's more fucked in the head compared to
I can see that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just wow. He says like weird shit compared to like the original. He just blurts out. Joe Spinell, who's acting in the original. Even though I love the original, he couldn't act to save his ass. And the guy was in Rocky movies for fuck's sake.
So. Godfather, when he in the Godfather.
Yeah, and he couldn't act for shit in his own movie, but he wrote it. So that's his props. But
I love the original.
It's
cheesy as it is.
It's cheesy, but it's a classic slasher movie.
It is.
And I'm kind of glad they didn't do that with this one, where they tried to make it cheesy. They made it more believable, realistic, and just how creepy Elijah Wood played it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting that out of him, but then again, I forgot about the Kevin character he played in Sin City.
Oh
yeah, just weird and messed up, and then he kind of brought a little of that to this one, but not as.
Definitely a lot better than I thought he was going to be.
Oh yeah.
Because when I first heard he was in it, I was like, that's fucking weird.
Fucking
like, why would he
Frodo
be
killing people.
Yeah, I was like, why is he in this? But he did a really good job.
That's because he acted with Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son.
Oh yeah,
I remember that stuff with Macaulay. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
And
they should have got Macaulay to be in it.
Oh shit! After that movie Party Monster, I don't think they should offer Macaulay Culkin anything.
Well,
even though I did like that movie and he was like gay and Marilyn Manson was a drag queen in it, so I mean, it's a good movie, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why would you hire these guys to do this?
I don't know.
But
they needed to, I guess. But overall, I mean, I'm not sure when it hits DVD. We had an advance copy of it, I guess. But I know they were showing screenings around. It's probably going to be coming out within a couple months, I would think.
Yeah, I know they're showing it at a lot of horror conventions and stuff like that, and they're probably going to have it at Days of the Dead when we're there too.
It's possible.
So,
what would you give it out of 10?
I give it about an 8 out of 10. There was some stuff I was kind of picky about, but
I'd say 9. I really liked it.
Okay.
I'd give the original a 10.
It's like it's like I said, it's not like the original. It's actually I don't want to say better than the original. It's more creepy. It's more dark, and the way they shot it completely made it a different movie.
Yeah.
But just knowing that that's the same character doing this stuff, but it's a little bit more visual and a little bit more realistic. I mean, it amps it up. I give it an 8 just for doing that.
Yeah.
And there was just some stuff I kind of expected to see in it, but didn't, like the decapitation scene, because I just want to see Tom Savini get his head fucking blown off. Fuck, guy's a fucking asshole. But so I mean,
I'm sure
really,
most of you know that already. Anyway.
If you've ever met him and he's been nice to you, it's probably because you had tits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
he likes those.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could blame him, I guess, but.
Yeah, but you don't sit there and fucking shit and dog on your fans, man. That's ridiculous.
But I guess I'm sure that'll come up sometime. We'll talk more about that sometime, I'm sure. Now I guess, where do you want to move on to the movie pick of the week?
Movie pick of the week.
What was your movie pick of the week?
My movie pick was Chillerama. I love Chillerama. You got 4 different movie directors all together on one film, paying tribute to like Trauma, The Drive-In, and just the shitty drive-in movies that you would go see. A long time ago, even in the 80s, they kind of had it set up like that, where the midnight movie was the shittiest
movie
that they could possibly find to play. And Adam Green directs The Diary of Anne Frankenstein, which is just hilarious. It's supposed to be, it's subtitled in English so you can read everything they're saying because it's supposed to be spoken in straight up German, which most of it is, except for Hitler, who's saying some of the funniest shit and trying to make it sound like German words. Oshkosh bagosh being one. And Tim Sullivan did a musical of a werewolf movie, kind of like Grease, but it was
like a gay werewolf.
It was a gay werebear.
Werebear.
And that one had me rolling just because of all the the gay stuff that was in it, and having the music on top of it, singing about gay shit. And then Adam. Which Adam? I already did Adam Green, didn't I? The guy that directed Detroit Rock City. I'm trying to remember his name now.
You're talking about Tim Sullivan. You already said that.
I said Tim Sullivan.
Werebear. Who did the first one?
That's Adam. God, I feel like such an idiot right now.
You know what?
You got it, don't you?
Yeah, I do. When in doubt, pull it out. That's what I say.
God, that feels stupid.
Joe Lynch did one.
Yeah, Joe Lynch directed.
Adam Rifkin.
Adam Rifkin.
Thank
you.
There you go.
Adam, I know we're friends on Facebook. I am so fucking sorry, man.
We're on the spot.
It's just, it's been a long day. But, yeah, he directs one about a killer sperm.
That one's hilarious.
It's straight up like Chiodo Brothers, claymation. Hilarious, man. Especially as dumb as they make the military in it.
Yeah. I like the story in between all the stories.
Yeah, Joe Lynch's zombie movie is like the story that connects all of them, and it's all set as a drive-in. And, it turns into this whacked out, sex-craving zombie kind of thing, and there's like 2 survivors and the guy that runs the projector fighting them off. And the lines that he's slinging out are just so friggin' funny to hear because you're sitting there trying to figure out what movie it came from the whole time. And, I even sent a message to Tim Sullivan and Adam Green about Adam Age sending a song for the next one. The drive-in sending that in. So if you guys want it, we got it for you. But that, Chillerama, if you have never seen it, go out, rent it, or...
just a nice movie for people who love really cheesy, ridiculous horror movies.
And if you love Troma, you'll love it.
Oh, it's way better than anything Troma's done in a long time.
That's true.
Troma's fallen off the grid a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of disappointed.
The stuff Troma put out in the 80s, like Toxic Avenger.
Fights Nukem High.
Yeah, Troma War.
Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Sergeant Kabuki Man. They kind of just started going this slant direction there for a while. But that stuff was always brutal, even though the movies were really shitty. But the gore made up for it, and just the overall story behind it
was just amazing.
Just amazing. But yeah, Chillerama. Check it out.
Yeah. I guess my movie pick. I'm going with a documentary about Mario Bava, and if you know anything about Mario Bava, you'll know he's pretty amazing. He directed Black Sunday, Barren Blood,
Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Yeah. I said Barren Blood, didn't I?
Yeah.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that's a family of directors right there, man.
Maestro of the Macabre is what the documentary is called. It's kind of weird because like Tim Burton talks about him in it, John Carpenter, Joe Dante. Kind of just goes over his career, everything he's done. He even has stuff with his son, Lamberto, which everybody should know. Demons. And,
oh my God, I met the guy. He's amazing.
So, I mean, that family, they've made some really fucking good movies.
It's like, pretty much, if your last name's Baba, you know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're going to be making some gory-ass, horror films.
Oh, yeah. But it just goes in depth about his life and stuff. You learn everything about him, movies he's done, and it's just really cool documentary. It's only like an hour long, but it's really cool. I would recommend it to anybody who loves Italian horror movies or Bob in general. So,
even if they're overdubbed, pretty terribly, they're still awesome movies to watch. And Fulci was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
He made really good Italian horror, but the voiceovers were fucking terrible. But I mean, when it comes to Bava, you can can sit there and you can just name off titles and be like, oh, I remember a kill from that, you know?
Baba fucking started it all, really. I mean, all that stuff before any of those guys even made movies.
His brother actually made the movie Adam Age Vampire.
Oh yeah.
Umberto Bava? Is that what his name? I think that was his name.
I think so. We'll have to check into that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but so that's our picks. I mean, and I guess the next thing we need to talk about is
well, there won't really be an album of the week. In a sense, I mean, last Thursday we lost one of the greatest guitar axemen of all time, and we just wanted to, have a little salute to Jeff Hanneman of Slayer, who his death is still so fucked up. I mean, especially to metal fans, but just in scientifically talking too, it's still being looked into, and
of what caused it.
And they're saying like it was a spider bite.
Which he had he had had that for a couple of years, and he almost had to have his arm like taken off a couple of years ago because it got so badly infected. He didn't know anything about it, I guess.
He got that skin disease.
Yeah, but I saw some interview with Kerry King not too long ago, and they said he was getting better and he was playing guitar again, and they were working on new songs because for the past couple of years, Gary Holt, the guitar player from Exodus, had been filling in for him when they were doing shows and stuff, and then. They said what the reason was liver failure. That's what they said. So
they said that could have been caused from. And it was 2 years since the spider bite happened, but still, they said that the toxins and the venom could have hit his liver and destroyed it over time. But I'm actually really glad that I got to see Slayer all together that last time they played in Fort Wayne, and I could have met Jeff Hanneman that night, but kind of lucked out. But it was. Awesome show, and that guy could fucking wail.
Yeah.
And he came up with some of Slayer's best riffs.
Yeah, some of the main riffs. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think Kerry King did everything, but Jeff Hanneman had probably a bigger part in a lot of those songs than people think.
Kerry King, he's a hell of an axe man.
Yeah.
But him and Jeff Hanneman together, that was full on assault.
And Jeff Hanneman kind of brought the punk element to Slayer. I mean, because I remember back in the day, he had that black guitar and it had like the Dead Kennedys logo and the Black Flag logo on it and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he brought that little niche of stuff. And I don't know, I
actually think he played that in Fort Wayne when he came.
Yeah, probably.
And he had the Hanneman one looked like Heineken, then he had the DK.
Yeah. So it's just weird when people like that just all of a sudden you don't think they're gonna die, that have a lot more years left on their life, and boom.
It just happens. Fucking assholes like Westboro that said they're gonna protest.
Good
fucking luck, you jerk offs.
Those people are so fucking stupid.
They're gonna get there and get a fucking circle of death around their ass and get the shit stomped out of them. I'm already willing to guarantee that.
Yeah.
So
it'll happen sooner or later.
It's just shit like that. It's just so disrespectful. I fucking hate church groups that claim that we're just doing the Lord's work, but you're a bunch of hating ass motherfuckers.
They're just like a weird fucking cult.
That's all it is. It's just a hate group with the Bible backing them up.
But we just figured, we would talk a little bit about that and probably just pick our favorite Slayer albums. I mean, it's kind of hard. We were talking about this earlier. It's kind of hard to pick like a favorite Slayer album because
fuck, we love them all.
I fucking grew up with Slayer. I mean, when I was in high school, it was like nothing but Slayer. So I mean, if I was gonna pick like a main one though, I probably my favorite. And I know a lot of people would say Rain and Blood because that like changed thrash metal. I mean, that's probably their biggest album as far as like to everybody. But I really love Seasons in the Abyss.
I do like Season in the Abyss as well.
A lot. I love Dead Skin Mask. That's like
Skeletons
one of my
of
favorite.
Society.
Yeah, Skeletons of Society. War Ensemble. Blood Red.
So many fucking good songs on that, man. Expendable Youth.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's an awesome album, man. I have to say, for me, it would be South of Heaven. The title track itself, man, it's kind of like, sounds like the beginning of a scary movie.
Yeah.
And it just bleeds into this fucking heavy ass, guitar chugging, and if I recall, that album also had the cover of Judas Priest. God.
Oh,
yeah.
Aggressive.
Dissident Aggressor.
Dissident Aggressor. Yeah, there you go.
And that song was always badass.
It's also got Mandatory Suicide on it.
Yeah, Mandatory Suicide.
Yeah.
it's a, you know, like I said, it's harder than hell to pick a Slayer album, and they start to blend together after a while because you love every single album. It's kind of hard to remember what track is on every freaking album.
And I really love the original, the first one, Show No Mercy.
That's a
It's
good one,
fucking
too.
amazing.
I like, I do like God Hates Us All,
I do
and I
too.
remember the morning that came out.
I do. September 11th.
September 11th,
Yep.
2001. I was on my way to a practice with Fist to Face when I was kind of trying to sing for them, and we were listening to the album when we were taking a break, and then all of a sudden shit hit the fan with New York, and it was just amazing that happened at that particular moment. Like that album came out that day, and you
Yeah,
know,
it is weird. I remember buying it that day too. Yeah,
that was a crazy nuts morning, man.
Yeah. But I mean, we just want to say, you know, thanks to Jeff Hanneman for everything he ever did for Slayer, all the music we still have, and we're always going to remember that, and we'll miss him. And not sure if the band's going to carry on. Maybe, I'm not sure if Gary Holt's still going to play since he's been filling in for a couple of years. I know they were working on new stuff.
I mean, kind of out of respect to Hanneman, though, I think that it should be over for Slayer. But, I mean, for the simple fact that he's no longer the man. He's one of the founding guys that started it. I think it was, from what I've heard, it was his idea, kind of, and then Kerry King got involved, and then Tom Araya and
Dave Lombardo.
Dave Lombardo. But I think at this point it should be hung up, and Kerry King should do what he wants to do, and you know, all the other guys, whatever they want to do. I think that Slayer should just die with Hanneman and just be done. You know, kind of like Pantera. You know, you're never going to have a Pantera without Dimebag, so I mean, it's kind of like the same thing.
Maybe Kerry and Phil can do something.
That would be kind of interesting.
Zach Wild.
That would be kind of interesting.
Put together a
to see.
super group. Yeah.
I actually really like to see that, you know, just to see what they do with it. But Kerry King's a fucking, he's going to go on and do something badass.
Well, yeah, he will. I don't think he's ready to hang it up.
No. I don't know, Tom Araya, he's been having, well, he had that surgery for his back and kind of.
Yeah, he's had some problems,
Yeah, and stuff like that. So I think he's getting up there where he's ready to hang it up anyways. So, I mean.
And they let Dave Lombardo go.
Yeah, so it's not really Slayer anymore. You know? So, like I said, I think Slayer should just, you know, be able to die with Hanneman, but the music still is
Lives
strong.
forever,
And it'll be around forever. So,
to me, they were the. If you look up metal in the dictionary, like they're the picture of Slayer. I mean, they're like the ultimate metal band. They're like the band that I've never met anybody that listens to metal that doesn't like Slayer.
that's true. And
They're always
you
like
can't
Slayer.
you can't be like Slayer. Slayer.
You gotta yell it or carve it in your arm. So.
Or in your head.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've seen some fucked up etchings in people's skin, and Slayer has been a bigger part of them.
Yeah, but.
And I agree. I think Slayer is going to be that band that pushed it past what Metallica started doing, and
they're the band that like never changed, really.
really they didn't. They never changed their sound. You know, it's amazing that. I mean, the one time that they decided to do this concept album of doing punk music, they never changed like their sound. It was punk songs, but it was Slayer.
Just heavy and straightforward, just fucking awesome.
So I mean. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think they pushed it past what all the thrash bands were doing. Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, like the big four. Slayer was like should have had that #1 spot because they were just did it more brutal.
I agree,
So,
and they should be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think.
Yeah, if it ever happens. Fuck, they haven't even done a behind the music about them except for on YouTube, and that was made by Slayer.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, set it up. VH1 and do one for them. I mean, you just finally did one for Motorhead for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. I think everybody everywhere that was a Slayer fan is just gonna keep jamming the music and bringing the assault and fucking some people up.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, fucking Slayer is the one mosh pit that I never had the balls to jump into.
I've seen some scary shit in Slayer mosh pits.
Dudes
just on the ground getting their head stomped on.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna stay over here and
Yeah,
watch the show.
that's pretty much how it was for me. There was like,
I'm not good.
I got a lot of balls and I do a lot of shit, but at the same time, I never had the balls to get into a Slayer mosh pit. So, all you hardcore motherfuckers, I salute you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can fuck some shit up. throw in a couple punches and hits for me for Westboro, by the way.
Yeah, please somebody shoot them.
Just fucking kill them all. Like I said,
them all.
Metallica. Yeah.
Show no mercy.
Show no mercy. Yeah, show no mercy.
But
Hell
anyway,
awaits.
but anyway, I guess that's going to do it for us on the Gruesome Twosome this week. Not sure what we got coming up next week.
Well, I mean, next week's going to be a little bit busy for us anyway.
Well,
we got the Michael Graves show that we're playing and stuff. And word has it, there might be something good coming up for us in September.
Possible.
Those fingers crossed.
We'll let you guys know what it is. Find out for sure.
Oh yeah. So I mean, this is it for a Gruesome Twosome show. I'm Hellsing,
I'm Boner Lee.
and we will see you guys next week, possibly.
Bye.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't